Hey guys, this is Alexei from Ace5 Studio, and today we're going to be looking at the Milkman again, and we're talking about how to pose him and how to put him in positions. I realize that a lot of people have never done this, so I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to do this. Now the first thing you'll see is there's a big green square and a big orange square. Big orange circle. The green square is for moving the entire object with all the objects inside. So if you want to make two of these, you can control drag it, and then you have two guys. The orange square is just the controllers. So if you control drag this, you actually won't get another character, you'll just get a copy of the controllers. So if you want to copy the whole character, green. So let's pose him. Let's pose him into some kind of powerful pose. So we grab this controller at the bottom, which is the leg, as you can see there, and we can move him back. And then you see some stretching, so we can grab this controller here, and we can switch to the rotate tool over here, and we can move it up, so there's not as much stretching. And we can grab this pelvis controller here, and we can move it down a bit. And we can grab this other leg, this pink leg here, and move it forward. If you're clicking on the mesh and it's selecting and it's getting in your way, just go to Layers and lock the mesh. And now, not the mesh, sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. Lock the mesh, there you go, the blue one. And now you can't click on it anymore. Now you can only click on the controllers. So right now we can rotate this guy as well. I'll learn what the shortcut keys are for the controllers. It'll make it a lot easier to lock things. So that's how we pose the body, and we can grab each spine point and we can tilt it forward or back. And we can also grab the arms here. So we can, for example, make him, and rotate this arm so that it matches up. Like so. And if you, for example, move the arm into this position, and you see the elbow right now is pointing that way, and you want to make the elbow point somewhere else, you grab this little pyramid behind him, and you can move the elbow. This is where the elbow is pointing at. So you can move the elbow to point this or point down, and the hand up. And you can do the same. The neck controller here, it's not always necessary. Sometimes you'll be in a position where you'll need it, but mostly just leave the neck controller alone. Control with this head controller up here, so you can move the head. The neck it moves this area here, but most of the time you're not going to need it. When you need it, you'll notice, you're like, oh, that's the neck controller I need. But mostly the head controller will do everything you want. And that's how you pose him. You can move this arm a bit in here as well if you want. And grab this pyramid behind him, and we can move this one down. And there you have it. You have him in some weird dancing pose. Or like, what is going on? Even tilt his head a bit. I don't know. Same thing with the knees. If, for example, you see this knee is pointing somewhere you don't want, you can grab this little pyramid in front of the knee, and you can move it across, and then it'll point the knee out. Also, you can rotate maybe just the leg, and that'll follow the knee with it. So the knee point follows the leg. And there you have it. You have a pose. Very quick, very short. And you can make him hold a couple of spheres if you want. Oops. There you go. You have a sphere there. And if you want this sphere to follow the arm, a really easy way to do it is without doing constraints. I have another tutorial on how to pick things up. You can just find the controller here. You can click on it, and you can find the hand controller here, and you can just drop the sphere right in there. And now when you move this hand, the ball follows with it. See? It's easy. And that's pretty much it. If you want the leg in the air, you can just move it up, and you can rotate it. There you go, you have him stepping. Maybe to make it more realistic, you could move this back a bit. And then let's move the leg as well. Maybe move this leg in a bit. There you go, and you have a stepping 5-man. Hope that was helpful. If you're still not getting something, just ask in the comments and I'll do my best to help. And as always, you can move. Oh, also one more thing. There's another setting for the hands. Right now, if you notice, you move the body and the hands stay in one spot. If you want to control the hands not with this target thing, this is called inverse kinematics. You move it and these two bones move automatically. But if you want, you can select this object here, and in your controllers, if you click on it, there you go, you have controls. You can switch to FK, What FK does is now you select, instead of selecting the box, you select these circles here, and you can bend the hand however you want. And then you can select this next circle to bend this hand, and you can select this shoulder circle, depending where you want it. And now, that hand will move with the body, and it moves, you know, it doesn't follow a target. So you control each bone individually. So depending on how you want to pose it, this can be helpful for you. So, there you go. Head over to Ace5 Studios /5man for more info on the 5-man.